get out of your way. Why don't you two go over there, and you get to hang out, and I'll go over here. I'll pretend to be you. All right. Over to you. Okay. There you go, Ruth.
Yep.
Nice and loud.
Ben and Shelby. This is not regularly read at weddings, but it is a story of true selfless love and support. For more than 60 years, your grandfather and I tried to live by this scripture. It is our hope that you both have this kind of love and connection always. This story is found in the Old Testament of the Bible and takes place in ancient times. It's a family story of tragedy, hardships, and a famine in the land. The older woman is worn and tired out, and this is the story of Naomi. She pleads with her daughter-in-law, Ruth, to leave her and go back to her family. However, Ruth shows her true love. From the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verses 16 to 17, this is Ruth's reply. Do not urge me to leave or turn from you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your family will be my family. Your God, my God. And where you die, I will die, and there will I be buried. May the Lord deal with me ever so severely, if even death separates you from me. The story ends when Ruth is an old woman, and she is richly blessed by God for the way in which she had lived her life in love. Oh, geez.
Almost locked myself up. Sorry about that.
Okay, you're all right there? Because I'm in a hole.
You're low.
Yeah, just a minute. It's okay, thank you. Sorry, everyone.
You're on your own.
Okay. You're good. Okay.
Where are your cowboy boots? That's the problem. You need cowboy boots.
Sorry about that. Colossians chapter 3, verses 12 to 14. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity.
Okay. Hop over here. So typically there is a gospel reading, and I'll just paraphrase. Luke 14 is one of my favorite stories in the Bible, and Jesus, there's two likes, okay, is talking about how you throw a banquet. So I'm conscious as I look over there of that story, and Jesus is speaking to the host, and he says to the host of this banquet, oh, you are, okay. So Jesus looks at you and says, hey, whenever you throw a gathering of any kind, don't just invite the people who have been good to you, the people who owe you, the people you know. Invite folk who never get invited, ever, to anything. And for them, it will mean the world. I'm paraphrasing. It's Luke 14. Look it up. And why I share that at every single wedding I do is because in addition to the Ruth story, which was so well read, thank you, both stories are about strangers coming into your life and becoming kin. And I know that many of you here are related, right? I can tell. And it's wonderful to be close to your family. It's wonderful to have a supportive family, especially when things are rough, right? It's also good when things are good, right? But as a minister who deals with people at times like this, and at times when there is illness and death, I will tell you that some of the most important relationships that we develop in our life are with people whom we only knew 5, 10 years before. And my prayer for both of you is in your lives together that you will be open to relationship with people you don't know right now. That 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you have developed relationship by being open to others, by making room at your table, having relationships like Ruth and Naomi, that where someone just comes into your life like this mother-in-law and daughter-in-law and become kin. Do you know that Ruth and Naomi, who were not from the same religion, not from the same ethnicity, not from the same generation, are uniquely mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus? It's remarkable. It demonstrates that we don't need to always put all our eggs in the family basket or in the people who owe us basket. Being open to relationship is a beautiful thing. So I asked you both a question. Do you remember this? I know you this because you did it at the last minute. I said, what are the 5 things that you're most passionate about? What do you think the 5 things that they mentioned were? I can see you're good. So, in fact, when I asked him in the office, Shelby immediately said Ben, and then Ben said, I'll have to think about it. Yeah, I think he said hunting. That's right, hunting. Yeah. I was trying to save him. So Shelby said, these are the 5 things that I'm most passionate about. Ben. My wife would never put me at the top, so this is good. Ben, because he is my comfort, my safe place. He always gives me unconditional love. That's a wonderful thing. 2, my family, who have no, and this is the part I like, who have no questions about welcoming anyone in. See, that's right with the sermon. You notice that? Welcoming newcomers. I like that. My dogs. It's hard not to think about dogs. If you're not hearing the dogs, again, audiologist, you got to go. 4, hunting, which has been such an escape for us over the last year. And 5, softball and curling, which has been such an enormous part of life. When I was small, Ben and I met at the curling club when we were 7. Good heavens. Wow. Okay. Ben, 5 things I'm passionate about. Shelby, did you write this? Okay. She has always been there when I needed her most. Makes me happy no matter what is going on in my life. That's a good answer. I like that. I am passionate about all types of animals, especially black labs. Again, I can hear them. All right. I am passionate about hunting and fishing. I love to be in nature and explore the woods and spend time in the woods. It brings me peace. Good, yeah, I like that answer. Yeah. And then my family, which is very important to me, have always been a huge support system in my life, and I am so excited that I have gained an even larger family. So, the reason I ask people those questions is both of you have a reason when you wake up in the morning to engage life, right? I hope you don't wake up and say, I hope when you wake up you think, there's a reason to go on. And you're passionate about things. Other people are passionate about things too. And I believe the reason God made us all unique and different is that we can share those things with each other. That is how we become friends. That is how we become brothers and sisters. That is how we become lifelong companions, by sharing what we're passionate about. So I know that you two have shared since 7 what you're passionate about with each other, yes? Yeah. So I'm hoping that in time you will share that with others, and others will share that with you, that you will grow through relationship. I believe God made all of this and all of us for a relationship with God, a relationship with each other. These are your relationships now. Don't be surprised that relationships will grow, that you'll meet new people, and that you'll find new experiences. The last thing I'll say is this last thing, nature is a great gift. And when I was growing up in the city, this was a place you would go because my mother thought it would be good for us. But nature, now we understand, heals us with mental health, with grief, with all sorts of things. Being in nature is a healing agent. And we're learning that. And you two already know that. And think of the people who will learn from you. You have a great gift. Please share it with others. That is my wish for both of you. Amen. So, this is the part I'm looking forward to, because when we were planning this service, I said, what kind of vows are you going to share? And the response was, we're going to write our own. And I said, cool. So, I don't know who's going to go first. Shelby, why don't you go first? Now is the time. Okay.
I left them at home and only had to write them this morning. Ben, starting these vows was hard because where do I even begin? I fell in love with the flirty little kid who waited to help me stretch every Saturday and held my cold hands before giving me his mittens. But the best part is that I get to keep falling for you every second of every day for the rest of our lives. You are my best friend, my adventure buddy, my co-parent to the cutest little four-legged hunting partner we could ever hope for, my partner in crime, the list goes on. Just like the list of reasons why I love you. You give me endless support, you are my safe place and the light at the end of the dark tunnels. Your smile lights up a room, your laugh gives me butterflies, and I don't know if I've told you that yet this week, but your eyebrows are amazing. Ben, you are the most amazing person, and I am so incredibly lucky that I get to spend forever hunting, camping, and becoming even more of a redneck, while also making you watch Hallmark movies and hold my hand when I cry at every predictable ending. Building a life with you has been one of the greatest adventures I've started in my 25 years, and there will never be enough time for me to convince you that I love you most. But I promise that I will never stop trying. I promise to be your anchor when we have rough times, to keep your secrets, but to never keep secrets from you, and to always be your biggest cheerleader, even when you get embarrassed when I catcall you from the truck. I promise to never turn down an ice cream date, and most important of all, I promise to spend the rest of our lives making you feel loved. I love you most, and I always will.
Lovely. So pull out yours. And
Not that long.
no. Why don't you speak up, friend? There you go.
Can I stay?
Yep, I think so.
Shelby, it seems like forever ago that we were those two little kids chasing each other around the Mayflower Curling Club. It's crazy when I take a step back and look how things turned out, but I wouldn't change them for the world. I love you for who you truly are. I love your big heart and how you show kindness to others. I love how you always have my back no matter what. And I even love your beautiful blonde hair that seems to tangle itself into every single sweater I own. Shelby, I promise to love you, to respect you, and to be your best friend. I will always have your back and be there to support you no matter what life throws our way. I love you.
Very nice. I have rings. Yeah, and so Shelby, you go first. Sorry, Ben, you go first. Ben, take Shelby's ring. I hope it's obvious, right? And as you you got lots of instruction last night. You did. As you place it on her finger, I want you to repeat the following after me. Want to start? Shelby, I give. Oh, would you say this with me? Shelby, I give you this ring,
Shelby, I give you this ring,
a sign of my loving commitment,
a sign of my loving commitment,
and a reminder of our love and commitment.
and a reminder of our love and commitment.
And there you go. Now, there's only one option, so. Okay. You want to? She needs your finger. Okay. Ben, would you repeat after me? Yes. Ben, I give you this ring,
Ben, I give you this ring,
a sign of my loving commitment,
a sign of my loving commitment,
and a reminder of our love and commitment.
and a reminder of our love and commitment.
And now you may seal your vows with a kiss. You did. And with the exchange of audacious vows and the exchange of rings and the seal with a kiss, I declare that you are husband and wife. Hooray! Now we have to make it official and sign over there. So you two are going to follow me, and you two are going to follow me. Meanwhile, where's Mark? Is going to play music, I think. Yeah, and I invite you. I know we have photographers, but maybe others might want to take some pictures too. Shelby, why don't you lead the way? Okay.
That would be a bit of a cry for sure.
Sounds good to me.
Please be in there.
No.
Sorry, guys. I guess you've been. The weather has changed everything. All right. Shelby, have a seat. You have two signatures. You have to sign.
Yeah. Paula.
Well, then that's I just saying what you did. Don't. So there you go, right there. And then I think they want you to pose and look up. You're not done yet.
Ben, look up.